If you enjoy this content and wish to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member. Channel members get access to our podcast, The Common Language, a week earlier than other subscribers, as well as emotes, loyalty badges, and any other special member-only content I decide to make. Channel members will also be eligible for special channel member giveaways, so stay tuned for your chance to enter. I thank you all so much for considering to support my endeavors in the creator space for this wonderful TCG, and I hope you all continue to have fun in the flesh and blood. Back to the video. Hello, my Ashwings, and welcome on in. Today, we're going to be going over my CC deck list for new Luring Desire, and we're going to see how it does into the competitive CCQ. This is kind of what I'm running already in my locals. I'm going 3-1 pretty consistently at my locals with this. Sometimes 4-0, sometimes 3-0. But the only difference is that Levels of Enlightenment I don't own. I own E-Strike instead. I'm almost wondering whether or not E-Strike is the better choice, just because Levels of Enlightenment costs 1, so it's going to cost you a card regardless. But in a 2-card hand scenario, Levels of Enlightenment comes in for 3. Where in another case, E-Strike comes in for 7. And that extra 4 points of damage can go a long way, especially when you're trying to be the aggressor in most of these matchups. So I would say that Levels of Enlightenment is certainly something I'm trying to test. But right now I'm running E-Strike in my main board in at my locals instead of Levels because I don't own them. And then also I traded out. I used to run 2 Fate for Scene. I'm running 1 Fate and 1 Shelter. I'm trying out Shelter. I only have 1 currently. I might get another one depending. But I think for the most part, it's okay. I mean, it's a D-React. I feel like it does more than Fate for Scene in this deck outside of knowing what's on the top of my deck to where in case I Siren's Call my opponent, I get to know what I draw. But in that case, it's not like the end of the world, I guess. We are running Count Your Blessings in the sideboard and not in the main board. This is because not every match we want to play Count Your Blessings, so there's no reason to main board it. We're just sideboarding it into heroes that we want to truly fatigue, and heroes that pretty much can't keep up with that. So, yeah, Count Your Blessings, pretty solid build. We're also running That All You Got and Eradicates, just 2 of each. That All You Got's pretty good into the aggro that you want to block into, so like Syndra and Phi and Aurora, and any of the assassins is also a great thing to do that too. Eradicate is a fun little pet card for me personally, because when you come in for 4, usually this is far more threatening to most people than like Leave No Witnesses. Like Leave No Witnesses gets 2 cards, right, in Arsenal and the top card of their deck. If you swing with Leave No Witnesses and they have no Arsenal, you get 1 card from the top of their deck. When you swing with Eradicate and you know that there's usually a pump on the other end, Eradicate can come in for 4, maybe even 7, maybe even 8. And if it hits the whole way through, you get that amount of damage off the top of your opponent's deck. So that is easily like anywhere between 9 to 15 value, strictly off of just ripping the top cards off the top of your opponent's deck. Very good into just like pitch stack decks. It's good into, again, heroes that don't want to block. So you're already trying to fatigue them. Eradicate's going to certainly be able to do that. Looking for a scrap is mainly for those heroes kind of like Enigma, where you want another go again. I thought about running Scar for Scar along with looking for a scrap, but I don't think it's necessary. We are running the 1 Sacred Art, and then we're running an AB3 package here. So we pretty much Arcane Lantern into Rune Blades, and then anything more than that will deal more than your regular arcane damage will run this as well, because this is effectively on their big turn AB5, which is good. So yeah, so that is pretty much the case there. We're running the 1 Cosmic in deck for those late game fatigue plans. It's also just a blue. That worst case scenario, I can block with it for 3. So yeah, but that's kind of what we're running here. We're running Spider's Bite and Beckoning Mistblade. Let's go ahead and hop into a game and see how we do. All right, we do have a slight bit of a little matchup thing over here, so I won't really kind of get into that. It's not fully tuned simply because I changed a couple things in the deck, so it's not entirely what it was previously. I need to go back and kind of fix this, but effectively, if they have on hits, ooh, Levia, we want to go. I think we want to go first here. Yeah. Let's see. Scale Peeler might be fun. I do think it's still that bite there. Eradicate because we want them to get stuff and banish. CYB, they just deal damage, so they don't really have any powerful on hits. So we can probably play CYB. And then they are going to have blues. So that's probably okay. 63. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Our turn is going to be pass because I would much rather keep an arsenal and then pass than have to worry about anything else. So we are going to pass, add a card to arsenal, draw. Tear limb from limb. Draw a card, then discard a random card. If it was 6, next brute attack gets plus X. Is that what that said? Next brute attack action card you play this turn gets plus X, where X is its base. Okay, so the next thing is going to come in for 12? That's a lot of damage. Wow. Who would have thought? Tear limb from limb, huh? Especially with 12? Holy shit. Let's see. What we really want to do here is we kind of want to keep both blues so we can hiss on the persuasive prognosis. I also want to kind of Siren's Call. I think we're just going to take damage here. I feel like we present enough in the reactions. So I can take 8. It might be kind of risky to take that much damage, but I think it'll probably be okay. We're just going to kind of hope for the best here and see. So effectively what we're going to do is we are going to... maybe we double trouble instead because we're going to double react. So we're going to double trouble instead. That actually sounds better. Mill cards from the top of their deck. They dealt 11 to me that last turn. Yes. So I theoretically probably could have misbladed there. Cool, we got a call to the grave. We are going to give this... Well, we can't exactly do anything with the CNC here, but I don't want to be left with anything. So we're going to give go again. Okay, so we got some stuff there, not bad. Then we will probably just arsenal the CNC pass. Count your blessings. A blood rush turn, pretty good, right after dealing 8. So we'll see what that yields. Endless Maw and discard. You're gonna pretty much just hit me with these. Let's see. We have a CNC. We could bop CNC. Just get value off this, huh? Okay. 5. We block here, we can CNC. Yeah. Cool. So let's just send the CNC, and then we can heal for 2. Kind of get that going. But overall, I mean, this matchup is definitely them favored. Like, they can go pretty hard. And now that we're already one Blood Rush in, like, it's a lot. So they're going to block 6. That's fine. I'm going to Tunic. See, now, if that was a pummel, that would have been crazy, right? So, okay. We're gaming. Call to the grave. Put something in the graveyard. Then shuffle. Beast Within. Okay, they had a Howl. So they have to do it again. Oh, Dread Scream. They got Howl and Dread Scream. So they took 2 life. Six or more has been put into your Banish Zone this turn. Diabolic Offerings. Okay. So it's 6. This is kind of fine. I could heal like quite a bit here actually, or I could try and remove stuff from their hand. Which isn't terrible either, but I do think that the life gain is going to be more important here. So I might take 6 heal something else. I still have 2 float here in doing this, so I'll see if they end up blocking a dagger. So I know that that's not a good trade to come in for this, but I'd much rather get my Count Your Blessings in the graveyard. The Howl from Beyond's kind of crazy, so they're probably going to definitely play that. Okay, they're going to take the dagger, so they're probably going to deal a lot to me. So let's just do that. Back up to 30. Hungering Slaughter Beast. So it does get 6. Not running into any of my D reacts, which is fairly unfortunate, but it is what it is, I guess. We'll just efficiently block as much as we can here. Diabolic Offering again. Do we take 6 more to rip a card? Maybe? I mean, they're going to take Blood Debt here, right? So yeah, it's kind of rough because, like, I'm not entirely sure the value is there, but let's see. But it's good because we're going to draw a card, gain life, so technically we get a W here, right? But they're going to have a blue. Like, there's going to be a blue. And it's important that we get the blues, because that's what we want. Okay, they have a Hungering Slaughter Beast in hand. Taking a blue. Okay, the Wrecker Romp. That's pretty good. So I'll get to draw a card, gain a life. I will... I'll Arsenal this guy. Okay. We got another Count Your Blessings. Dread Screamer again. Let's just play the Shelter. Take 2. They're ending their turn. Interesting. We could try Bonds of Agony here, but we don't really have good pumps. So okay, we get the second block off Scab Skins. We'll do... They have 6 in Banish. So they're going to try and flip probably. But we want to probably draw a card, go again here, actually. So that's pretty good, actually. That was good. CYB, gain more life. That an arsenal and pass. So they have 6 in Banish. 7 go again. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Maybe we just block. We'll block 7 here. There's no real on hits in this deck. It's just like damage. So we pretty much just block effectively and wait. They'll go through their deck a lot faster than we will ours. They now have no more targets for things. They can Mandible Claws. Technically, they can't, actually. There's nothing hit the grave. I mean, they can, but it'll come in for 3. I think comfortably, I could probably just Command and Conquer here. I could just prevent damage, though. Right? Like, they'll have 9 in their grave. It really does make them like very powerful here, but Owl. Okay, we'll just full block this. It's fine. CYB. Boom. Beautiful. So even still, I mean, like, life totals are pretty good for them. They now pretty much can't do anything here. They're going to get the 7. Which I can probably just comfortably block. Like so. They can obviously send something else, right? But I'll just heal 7. Deep-Rooted Evil. Okay. We will then pass gain 7. Down 20. So they don't take any blood debt. We can try to like get them to have a pretty healthy amount here. Because if we get them to start milling, that's going to be like the big deal there, right? So Out from Beyond. Next attack action, play this turn gets +3. They can play another one if they really want to do. Dread Screamer Blue for 7. What can I push back here with? Can I get them down past 13? Or like low enough to it? I don't think we're gonna hit them with Mask anytime soon here, but I could be wrong. 7 into Claw or 7 into whatever. Like they could probably do something else here. No, I think we'll just take 7. That's fine. Deep-Rooted Evil. Gotcha. 6. I'll give you 5 here. Again, no real on hits or anything, but Surgical Extraction plus Hiss is going to be pretty good here. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to Surgical Extraction, pitching. Okay, there's the Carrion Husk. Okay. So we can bring it up to what? 7, 8? So not worth it. That's fine. But they have a lot in their banner zone. So now if we pretty much just block effectively, I think we're in a pretty okay spot. Reckless Swing. I'll gain 8 here. Okay, +6 on a Boneyard Marauder. Pretty good. I think gain 8, block 6 is probably the better call here. Okay, they're getting to keep stuff in their grave to always attack, which is fine because like at some point they're gonna have to flip, and if they do, they're gonna mill like their entire deck, which is like, I mean, they have a lot of really good cards in here to banish. So is this their like 4th Howl from Beyond? Am I crazy? They've only played one? Oh no, because they've been banishing them. I see what's happening here. 9. I take 6. Could also Sirens call something from their hand. I'll block 5. Take 4. I don't have any way to heal now though, so we're gonna see what happens. I'm going to definitely be ripping a blue from their hand for sure. I haven't been able to transcend it all either, really, too, which is kind of weird, but the fact that I haven't really run into any of my transcend cards, kind of... Go figure. Scowling Fleshbag. Good card. It's a good card. I mean, effectively now I just block, right? Like, I just have to block out everything. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. That's whatever. Got the headpiece. The sink below's here, pretty good. Again, they have not run into another Blood Rush Bellow. So this has got to be the turn though, right? Doomsday. Cool. Awesome. Blood Rush Bellow? The fact they've not gotten another one, there it is. This is the turn they kill me, for sure. For sure. Because they can Claw 6. That's 10, 16 damage over the course of a thing. Yep. 8 into 2 into 6. God, I really want to keep this to like kill him, but let's just block effectively. Take 2 here. They're not having one enter into the banish zone more specifically, so guess that could have been worse. Okay, Okay, they go down to 13. They mill 14 cards from their deck. And then they get to transform. Kind of cool. Means they get a pretty wide turn. But I'm pretty sure we're going to get the other Blood Rush Bellow off of this. I'm out of CYBs. I don't know how many D-Reacts I still have left, actually. 1, 2. I'm out of Sink Belows. I've played my Shelter. I don't have my Fate Foreseen yet. So I'll probably draw it in this turn. Also, again, like, no... Like, I've not transcended. It is wild to me that I've not transcended. Were they not supposed to mill? I'm confused. Do they not have Levia redeemed? Or they just declined to swap? Interesting. Okay. I mean, I can only block 9, 10 this turn, so you definitely have me. They took 14? Oh. Oh my god, that's so good. So they're going to come in with... Hey, why does it say it's a card they can swing with? Oh, because of Shadowrun, because it gets all 3 modes. They don't have any floating resources, so they have to attack with Blasmafet. So if I block 6, 7, take 4, I die. If I block... Yeah, block here, take 2, block 1, die. You know what I should have probably done is pass over to one of the target. Well, I guess it's not a target, right? But yeah, unfortunately, I died to having a no block. So it is what it is. Yay. But that's fine. That's kind of where we were okay with, because this was pretty much their last turn. Like, well, not pretty much. They had 14 cards in Blood Debt. They didn't transform. And I think the reason they didn't transform is because they wanted to get the Blood Rush Bellow. Kind of were able to make that happen, but hit him with the good game. Yeah, I mean, essentially, when you take a look at the amount of damage I threatened, the amount of damage they threatened, definitely Levia is a pretty big aggressor into new. The CYBs helped a lot in regards to keeping me alive, but when it came down to it, they were able to stack their Banish Zone. They didn't even need to flip, and they were able to come in with a whole bunch of stuff. I think the Howl from Beyond tech was interesting because it costs 2 for you to play this, which means you're playing a pretty blue heavy deck. And again, I didn't see any of my Transcend cards. You can see no Transcend cards. I didn't Transcend once this game. And it's because all of them were down here. I literally, my next few cards were going to be all of my Transcend stuff, which was weird. I don't remember pitching them in this situation, but I believe I probably would have for things like CYB, right? But yeah, definitely think if I was able to provide more disruption on those turns, it'd have been better. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so that's Levia. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. And if you have any tips, if you're an assassin player who plays into Levia, what do you think? What do you feel is going to be better? Should you go CYB less, so you have 6 less cards in your deck that block or that don't block? Or do you consider just continuing to plow through and hoping to fatigue them? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, go ahead and like the video by hitting that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And then also you can go ahead and become a channel member if you wish. Becoming a channel member certainly helps us out a lot here, and it really means a lot. I do have channel member only videos, and you get access to our Common Language podcast earlier than everyone else does. So if those things fit your fancy, feel free to go ahead and become a channel member, but no worries if you're not. Subscribing is the best free way to go about doing that, so thank you so much for doing it, and I appreciate your support regardless. So thank you all so much, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and remember to always have fun in the flesh and blood. And I'll see all of you beautiful Ashwings in our next training arc video.